Hey, this is Brad with BlackOvis, and today I get to talk about one of my favorite categories that we sell, and that is boots. Now, specifically, I'm going to talk about Crispi boots. We get a lot of phone calls, a lot of questions from customers about the Crispi line. Crispi offers a ton of boots. So if you're looking at Crispi, it's easy to get turned around figuring out what boot is specifically right for you. So in this video, I'm going to walk you through some of our top sellers, a couple of the features per boot that sets them apart from other Crispi boots. So that way, hopefully you have a little bit better idea of what you're looking for. Right off the bat, let's jump into it here with the Summit. Summit's been around for a really long time. This is an awesome boot. Now, if you're a guy that's just looking for a quality boot that's going to be hunting somewhat early season, that needs a lightweight, solid boot, this is the boot for you. Very lightweight, EVA midsole there, keeps the weight down. Tons of guys have put tons of miles on these. Check out the reviews on this thing. We sell a lot of them. We've been selling it for a long time. You really can't go wrong here if you're an early season hunter and you're looking for an awesome solid boot. That's the Summit. Check it out. Up next, we have the Colorado. Now, this is a newer boot in the Crispi lineup. We got a couple years of experience with it now, and the reviews are in, and this boot is awesome. Really, this boot came from demand from customers wanting the Summit to just have a couple extra features in it. So Crispi responded. They've got a beefed up midsole, ankle support, and a little bit stiffer flex to it for packing out heavy loads, a little bit more support on steep terrain. This is the boot for you if that's the type of terrain you're hunting. So awesome boot, Colorado. We've been selling it extremely well, and it really jumped to the top of the Crispi ranks of sales for us in a very short amount of time, which is very impressive because we sell a lot of Crispi boots and we do really well with the brand. So says a lot that a boot can be this popular that fast. So check it out. Up next, my personal favorite in all the Crispi lineup, and it's more of a personal reason more than just an absolute feature reason. Now, I have kind of long, skinnier feet. They're not narrow feet, but they do have less volume than a standard foot per se. So the Briksdal definitely fits my foot really well. Again, not a narrow boot, but definitely fits my foot, which has a little bit lower volume. So a couple features on this boot that set it apart: PU midsole and all leather construction, a little bit of synthetic in the tongue to help breathe. You can get it in uninsulated, insulated, just an overall awesome Western boot. If you're looking for a boot that has more support, a little more stiffness to it, check this one out. You can't go wrong with it. Awesome boot. I've got tons of miles. My preferred Crispi boot in the lineup. Now, this is definitely a newer boot, and it's exclusive to BlackOvis. Crispi listened to us. They made a boot to our specifications, and that is the Kenai. And it's done extremely well for us. The feedback and the reviews that we've gotten so far on it have been absolutely stellar. A great boot. We took our design initially from the Nevada, which I'll get into, which is probably the top-selling Crispi boot. We tweaked it. We added a full-grain leather, which adds a little bit better weather resistance to the boot. We tweaked the midsole, so it's a little bit softer. Still a PU midsole, still super durable, but a little bit softer. This is the Kenai. If you're looking for an all-arounder, definitely look at this boot. This one's a jack of all trades, and it's exclusive to us, and it is selling out quick. So check it out while we still have them. That's the Kenai. Now back to the Nevada, which I mentioned. When people call in and say, hey, I just want a boot that does it all, what's that boot? Well, a boot that does everything 100% well doesn't really exist, but this one's probably the closest thing on the market, and that's the Nevada. Again, you can get it insulated, uninsulated, just overall a workhorse boot that will go miles and miles and miles. Full leather construction through and through, fully waterproof with just like any of these other Crispis, all Gore-Tex lined. Now this boot, definitely a fan favorite, and I think a lot of that comes from when the guys throw this boot on, it fits their foot. 9 times out of 10, a customer will throw this on and be like, man, this thing fits perfect. So again, a boot that really fits the American hunter extremely well. Check it out, the Nevada. And last, but definitely not least, and a boot that I have a ton of experience with, is the Guide. My first Crispi that I bought years and years ago was a guide, and I still have that boot today. It's more of a curio more than anything now. I don't wear it as much just because I like to have the original one that I had, but the guide is awesome. Essentially what it is a Nevada that's a little bit taller. Insulated, uninsulated, you choose, depending on where you're hunting, how your feet run. But again, full leather boot. Since I'm taller, I've got long legs, I like the added ankle support that you get from a little bit taller boot. But a lot of guys still prefer the shorter boot. I still, give a slight edge just to how I prefer to have my boots fit. I give a slight edge to the guide. An excellent boot, you can't go wrong with it. Check this one out. And yeah, just like any of the Crispi boots, we've had great luck with them. Now, if you're having questions about, the type of terrain you're in, how do I fit that boot to my foot, please let us know in the comments, give us a call. We'd love to walk you through how to get the perfect boot for your foot and your hunt. So again, these are just some of the Crispis. If you've got a Crispi that you like, that you think I missed in this lineup, let me know in the comments. I'll hit you back with some comments of my own. Any other boots that you want to see us review, if you want a little bit deeper dive in any of these specific Crispi boots, whether they're on the table or not, let us know. Love to help you out, shoot you a video. So yeah, let us know, give us a call. We'd love to hear from you.